trophy. Handshake between Liz Johnson and Nikki Gianulias. It's a championship match, folks. Should be a great one.
Last week's winner playing 18-time titleist that hasn't won in 5 years, but led this tournament by, what, 368 pins. This could be a real strike fest here if they get lined up, these two ladies.
Beautiful opening shot. You saw that graphic. She had averaged 238 on this pair, but yet in the first match, only shot 191. Different day, different lane condition.
Under the lights, for the money, it gets a little different.
Nikki Gianulias, our first look at Nikki in quite some time on television, 37 years old. Been a pro for 19 years. This lady has done it all.
She's Rookie of the Year in 1979. Here it is, 97. Just flip those numbers around, and she's still out here winning titles.
For a minute, I thought the 7 was going to stand.
Just watch this swing. This swing is a full arc. This is an athletic action all the way through, right up toward the ceiling, right foot down on the floor, real loose. She said yes. She could feel that looseness at the shoulder socket, like somebody took an oil can, just squirted your shoulder. That's how loose that swing looked.
She averaged 223 this week, Fred. Out-averaged the field. You know, sometimes you get there by winning matches. She did both.
She did, didn't she? She was 26-6 in match play.
Blowing the pins.
There's that loose swing with that loose hand, and then you get the good pin action because you get the big roll. When you can get the loose swing and the loose release at the bottom, and the ball goes right off rolling, well, when it hits those pins, just watch them spin. Liz's match play record here at 19-11 and 2 ties.
Is not going to sit back. You know, if you like any of these players, feel free to come out and adopt a pro. If you want to learn more about your favorite LPBT stars, adopt a pro from the Ladies Pro Bowlers Tour. For $20, you receive an 8x10 autographed color glossy photo, color photo button, and a mini biography. Stop by the LPBT booth at a tournament, or you can write to Gail Ramsey, P.O. Box 34, Byers, Texas, 76357. That's a nice packet, Fred. You learn a lot about the players. There's some personal information. And
really is. And to adopt a pro for $20 and help support women's sport, I think is very special that we have a movement going on in this country on women's sport. I think it's marvelous.
To Glenda Upton, co-owners of the bowling center here. Nice tournament. They're always cordial to us, provided the ladies with, you know, free drinks, soda, and things like that. So it was really, really nice throughout the week.
The staff here is marvelous, and their youth directors. We got a chance to talk with them. They really have a keen interest in bowling here with a very up-tempo, fun atmosphere.
Nikki's averaged 217 on this pair. Something else that goes on at our tournament sites, you know, the Players Association runs a raffle and we raise money. Errant shot there.
There's that early turn, Jan. She got that ball and turned her fingers around the ball early. She didn't wait until it passed her ankle. She turned back by her right knee coming into the slide, which makes the ball go left off your hand.
Okay, getting back to that point, we actually raise money, and 50% goes to the Center's Choice charity. And this week went to the junior bowling program. Last week also to the juniors, and the week before to St. Jude. So the players are out here raising money in order to help different charities.
Yeah, we can't say enough for what the ladies do for our sport across every level, from the WIBC level, the professional level, from the junior coaching, the leadership, at every level across the United States and throughout the world. The ladies do some marvelous work.
I was just going to ask you, after Nikki had opened with 2 strikes, you know, did she answer the question about the nerves? But now we'll have to wait a few more frames.
She sure got those first 2 off her hand real good, didn't she?
shot, a little bit of a soft 10.
Yeah, a little bit of a go around release. Didn't get it up through. She went around more than she went through. We've got two things that happens. When that ball passes your ankle, you rotate your fingers to tilt the axis, and you stroke the arm through to make the revolutions. And you need a blend of the two. That time the hand overdid the stroke of the arm.
Well, she's been off the show, I said, for quite a while. Her last show was actually in Alexandria in 1995, so it's been a little bit over 2 years since she's made a telecast.
Well, after sitting back and watching everybody miss these 10 pins today, I'm sure she's, oh, thank you, I made mine.
Yeah, normally spare is so routine for the professionals, and yet today and this week, they definitely were not routine.
Spares are tougher today than ever been in the history of our sport, Jen, because of the reactive resin balls taking the oil off the track, and then track gets dry, and outside and inside the track is oily, so it's a little tougher making spares. If you throw it that good, you don't have to worry about making spares.
Well, you know, we heard what she said about approaching, trying to go for back-to-back titles. It's definitely working for her.
Can see the look in her eye. This lady can stay calm with so much heat. It's unbelievable. I've said it before. I saw her do it in world competition, playing for the World Gold Cup over in Malaysia and bowling in Argentina and Brazil. I've seen this lady do some marvelous things. She just amazes me that she can handle this heat and just don't seem to blink her eyes. Well, she tugged that shot a little bit there, huh, Jan?
A little bit. It's set, though. I thought it was going to set for a minute.
She's been able to do that all week because she keeps that hand right up the back of the ball. She doesn't flip her hand to the outside. She keeps her hand right up the back of the ball and keeps the ball dead on line and throws it high flush in the pocket.
Covers a spare, no problem there. Nikki Gianulias, you know, we talked about it's been a struggle, a couple of years off TV. She wanted to really make sure that she thanked her parents, George and Kathy, sister Natalie, brother Jimmy, and her best friend, Elaine Blumenberg, because they stayed with her through all that time, supporting her, encouraging her to keep at it. She said she loves bowling, but didn't know if she could have stayed with it without their support.
Family support in life is so important, and we have that a lot in our sport across the country. These bowling families, the Hoinke families, the Edwards families, the families.
Slapped the 10-pin out last minute.
Look at this shot right here, coming right at you. Circled it out to the right. She's out about the 6 board. That ball turns back, and that 6-pin puts that little love tap on the 10.
Nikki's another player, been working on changing her game quite a bit. Tried to go a little straighter.
As the lanes change and the oil patterns change, the oil changes, the equipment changes, you as an athlete have to make changes. They're little subtle changes, but to great athletes, it's been doing a long time. It feels so huge.
With that strike, Nikki Gianulias now trails by just 12 pins. Will she claim her first title since 1992, or will Liz Johnson get her 3rd of the season? We're back. We had to bowl through a couple of frames due to time constraints. Liz Johnson bowled her 6th and 7th, strike and a spare. Nikki Gianulias stepped up in the 7th and left a 2-pin and spared. So right now, Nikki trails by 13 pins.
5 long years for this lady. You just set one up here.
And there's that hook point that Anne-Marie was finding on that left lane.
Sure was, for the players that go around a little more. And you can see Nikki goes around the ball more than Liz. And so she hit that hook point, ball flipped dead left.
This is a tough spare. Tried the 3, 6, 9, 10. Needs to get the ball to the right of the 3-pin, but drive through hard enough to take out the 9.
3, 6, 9, or 3, 6, 10 by itself, and then you get that sleeper in there, the 9-pin, and then it makes it double tough. Oh, 9.5 6, 9 and a wiggle. What a tough break that was. She put it right where she wanted. That ball just get it just a quarter of an inch too far.
Now, she changed balls to shoot that spare, Fred. I thought she might have shot it with her strike ball.
Exactly, and that ball just right here, see it just slide right by. It bounced off that 3-pin and bounced right. It deflected a little too much.
Liz now leads by 28 by virtue of that open. She's working on a spare.
There it is, right up the back of the ball again. Just throws it right in the pocket. Kept that trip 4 going again. She's got a second 2 weeks ago, a first last week. Then she goes bowls in the World Team Challenge in between, gets a first. Now she's here and she's got a chance to get another first. Talk about Tiger Woods. This lady's on fire.
28 pin lead right now. With a strike, she can make it 38. Two years on tour, already 4 titles, 4 national titles.
The star is being born. How good is that shot coming down the stretch? She is just getting that thought in her head. It becomes mind over matter. She's a great competitor. She stays very calm, but you can tell right there she's feeling it. There's not a person in the world in sport that wouldn't feel the heat right now that she's feeling.
Well, she's come pretty close to wrapping it up with that strike. If Nikki Gianulias strikes out, she can shoot 221. Liz would just need a decent pin count on her first shot. That's all she wrote for Nikki Gianulias. There's your champion, Liz Johnson. She's the champion of the Summer Motion Blue Ribbon Classic, and we'll be right back to talk with her. There's your champion of the Summer Motion Blue Ribbon Classic. Final score 235 to 187. Butch Upton and Glenda Upton, co-proprietors here with that special check for Liz.
We'd like to congratulate Liz. Welcome back to the center. Congratulations on a fine win. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, you did super bowling.
Thank you very much. I'd just like to say thank you to Butch and Glenda. Thanks for bringing us back. And I'd like to thank all the fans and the caddies. You were really great this week. And I'd like to just thank my friends and family for all their support, and just like to say hi. Thank you.
For Fred Borden, I'm Jan Schmidt. Thanks for watching the Summer Motion Blue Ribbon Classic.